All right, fellas. So finally, the long-anticipated tweets are out from the Dokkan official Twitter, right? The Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle official Twitter. I believe this is the global one, right? Obviously, it's all in English. Now, we know at this point, and I didn't cover it, but, here we are, the producer's letter 2. We all know it's going to be a simultaneous celebration, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. We already know it's Goku/Gohan and then Imperfect Cell. And then it looks as though we've gotten a couple of banner units. So what I think we'll do, let's go ahead, we'll start with the big gun, right? Let's go ahead and start with He's right here, right? So it's the Goku and Gohan exchange. I will zoom in here a little bit. Again, forgive the crude mobile view. Y'all know how it is. So this is Goku, Son Goku. This is Super Saiyan Goku, obviously from the Android Cell Saga. And we know that he is a Super Saiyan's and Goku's family leader. Or I guess we should say Super Saiyan's or Goku's family leader. Key 3, 170. And then an additional 30% of stats for those who belong to the Android's Cell Saga category. So what I think I'll do is maybe a little later on today, I'll make a video on all of these units that will fit onto the 200% leader skill. But I think we'll find out that the banner unit on this banner, I assume the Vegeta, again, we'll get to it. But I assume the Vegeta will be on this banner. He will, of course, apply to this. Super Saiyan's and Goku's family, dude. This is a leader skill you definitely want to have. All I can guarantee, unless you're exclusively summoning on, like, extreme Dokkan Festival banners, I can guarantee that all of your best units in your box are either on Goku's family or Super Saiyans, right? That encompasses a lot of Vegetas, a lot of Gohans. I mean, a lot of these really powerful Saiyans, and then, of course, a lot of Gokus, right? Goku's family. So it's certainly going to be a very interesting category for sure. So let's go ahead and go over the passive. I'll try not to spend too much time here. I will do my best, right? I am sometimes a bit long-winded. I'm going to read these passives verbatim just in case you're listening, right? And you're not actively watching the video, so you can just kind of listen. So, passive skill, Goku goes full throttle, attack and defense 180%, plus an additional attack and defense 59% when performing a super attack. So, of course, we know at this point we'll benefit from support unit, right? So, it benefit a lot more than just a start of turn buff when you get that performing a super attack. High chance of evading enemy's attack within the same turn after performing a super attack for 5 turns from the start of turn, and a medium chance of evading enemy's attack within the same turn after performing a super attack starting from the 6th turn. So this is the Goten and Trunks mechanic where it's after performing a super attack, within the same turn after performing a super attack. So unfortunately not going to be an incredible slot 1 unit. Especially not with only 180% attack and defense, no guard, no nothing, right? But when we get to Gohan, we'll get to that, right? So also keeping in mind, I didn't mention it, he does raise attack infinitely, and then raises defense for 1 turn, and has a high chance to stun. I didn't mention that. Well, I guess maybe it's on the next screen. We'll see. But anyway, continuing on with the passive. Yeah, so an additional attack and defense 20% up to 59% with each attack evaded. Links or Golden Warrior, all in the family, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, and Prepared for Battle. Obviously going to link up with a lot of other good Goku units. So let's go ahead and go to the rest of it. Let me see here. There's the active skill condition right there. It can be activated after performing 3 or more super attacks. And honestly, what I would say is there's probably not going to be an instant. Well, I can't say that for sure, right? But probably there's not going to be much of an instance where you'd want to save Gohan, right? Where you exchange into Gohan. This is also really, really interesting, considering this is a Super Saiyan Goku / Gohan. It's an exchange unit. He's going to link up with, basically perfectly with a lot of other Super Saiyan Gokus, which is really, really nice, right? So just keep that in mind. Oh, and then there's his categories, man. He's on 100 categories. It looks like he's actually on 12 categories, including Heavenly Events, which is pretty interesting, right? And then, yeah, there it is. Raises attack and then raises defense for 1 turn, causing immense damage. I thought he had a chance to stun. Yeah, he does. He has a high chance of stunning the enemy. So that is Goku. My assessment of Goku is that he's all right. I mean, honestly, I would say he's okay. I don't think I think he's going to be able to shell out some good attack stats. He'll probably, you know, I mean, with these, what are his stats, right? Let's check his stats. So he's a super STR type. So he's going to get 5,400 to attack, right? So he'll be packing 17.5 in terms of the attack stat. The defensive stat's a little low. I'm a little concerned about his defense. Pretty interesting. This might be a full additional type of character with considering his super attack. I mean, if you're to Truth DT, you might even consider giving him full dodge. I don't really know. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how Gohan looks. So this is the exchange. Of course, you have to perform 3 super attacks. So remember, this is going to be a bare bones minimum turn 5 exchange. So even if you were to additional super on the first turn, you would still have to do 1 more turn. So bare minimum turn 5 could potentially be a turn 7, assuming you're keeping this guy on rotation and such. So in the Ultimate Red Zone, we'll have to see how it plays out. Honestly, you might consider just floating him. I mean, I hate to relegate him to being a floater, but I mean, at the very least, you're going to want to put him in slot 2. So anyway, let's move on to Gohan, right? So Gohan raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage. Obviously, we know his leader skill does not change. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. Yeah, that doesn't change, so we can just go ahead and move to this screen. All right, so attack and defense, a 180. All right, that's the same, right? So, okay, that's fine. An additional attack plus 58% within the same turn after receiving an attack. So I think he is probably going to be, yeah, he's going to be a slot 1 unit. Now he's a slot 1 unit. So he's going to get an additional defense 100%. The more HP remaining, the greater the defense. Guards all attacks for 3 turns from the start of turn. An additional defense 58% from the turn in which guard is activated for the 2nd time in battle. Alright, so basically, okay, so again, for a long fight, so let's say it's turn 5, you exchange. He guards, and then the 2nd time he comes around and he guards, you're going to get an additional 58% defense. So the 2nd turn, so he's going to build up a little bit more defense on that next turn where you're in Gohan, right? Where you are Gohan. An additional attack and defense 58% starting from the turn in which guard is activated from the 4th turn. Okay, so he's building up even more, right? Guards all attacks starting from the turn in which guard is activated for the 6th time in battle. And a great chance of nullifying enemies' Ki Blast supers and countering with ferocious power. Is that the same as tremendous power, or is that a different damage multiplier? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out in battle. But that's pretty good, man. A 70% chance of nullifying beam supers is a very good ability. This Gohan seems ridiculous, dude. He's going to have like 500k defense with guard. He's going to be pretty wild. It does. Do his links change? It looks like his links don't change. So that's actually good. They did give him Prepared for Battle and Golden Warrior, which is good. I'm a little concerned, tiny bit concerned about Ki, but not anything too crazy, right? Because he does have Prepared for Battle, and he does have Golden Warrior. If you're linking him up with another Super Saiyan Gohan or another Super Saiyan Goku, you should be okay. He does have the All in the Family link. That's a big defensive link, right? So I would say Gohan looks fucking crazy. Goku is kind of whatever to me, but Gohan looks incredibly good. So let's go ahead and... Oh, God, there's 4 forms of Cell, huh? This is a very good leader skill, by the way. Let's just go over Cell. We'll go through his 4 forms, right? So he is an Android Cell Saga leader. Or Power Absorption. Very good. We needed a new Android Cell Saga leader beyond Trunks, right? And then a Power Absorption category leader, right? Because this is a full 170 Android Cell Saga, so no 130 to HP bullshit. And then Power Absorption, category key 3, 170 all the way around. And an additional HP attack and defense, 30% for characters who also belong to the Androids category. So this would include units like the Tech Androids. Thank God, dude. Thank God. So tech androids, the LR androids, right? A lot of the cells and stuff like that, they will all have this 200% leader skill. Very, very, very good. And then power absorption, right? So let's keep looking here. You can see the links there. He's got the Flea link, and then Messenger from the Future. I mean, Flea is kind of an annoying link. It's not even really a good link anyway, even if you activate it. These links I'm not crazy about. They are big bad bosses, right? So again, Android Cell Saga and Power Absorption, and then 30% to androids. So, all right, let's go ahead and go over Cell. Cell Approaches is the passive skill. Attack and defense 170, an additional 30% when performing a super. Okay. Plus an additional attack and defense 80%, and chance of performing a crit and chance of evading enemies' attack 18% when facing 2 or more enemies. Okay, so I'm already thinking Super Battle Road, right? So Ultimate Red Zone is up against 1 enemy, and then like long events, you're usually up against 1 enemy only. An additional attack and defense 70%, and chance of performing a crit and a chance of evading enemies' attack when facing 3 or more enemies. And a medium chance of launching an additional super attack when HP is 50% or more. Absorbs Android 17 when conditions are met. And the conditions are, it's just the next turn, right? The next turn, he's going to absorb 17. And there's really no, there would be no benefit to like holding off on the transformation because he just gets more powerful, right? So you can see the links there. He's on, is that 11 categories? Pretty good, right? Including sworn enemies. I love that sworn enemies team, right? So he seems good. Remember, he's going to have this thing where you can start activating a lot of these different parts of his passive. If he like kills an enemy, I'm pretty sure this is how it works. When he kills an enemy when facing 3 or more enemies, then he can activate these other parts of his passive. So I think, I could be wrong on that, but I guess we'll see how it plays in game. But again, he's going to be at his best against 3 enemies, huh? Okay. Let's keep scrolling. Yeah, stacks attack and then raises defense for 1 turn and just causes immense damage. That's it. All right, so again, Cell first form seems okay. Nothing too wild. They tweeted him out of order here, of course. So let's go ahead and go up to second form Cell. So this is the second turn, or I guess technically turn 3, but the second time Cell is on rotation, right? You're going to transform into this guy. Attack and defense 180%. Cell getting close to perfection is the name. Attack and defense 180%. Plus an additional attack and defense 40% when performing a super. So again, benefiting from the support type units, right? The classic support type units. Chance of performing a critical hit, and chance of evading enemies' attack, plus 17%, plus an additional attack and defense 120, and chance of performing a crit and chance of evading when facing 2 or more enemies. Okay. And a medium chance of launching an additional super attack when HP is 50% or more. Any unit that can triple Superman. That's what I'm a little worried about with the Goku, right? He doesn't have the potential to triple super, and that is to wall off the exchange, right? For sure it is. You're almost never, in some ESBR stages, maybe, just maybe you can get to turn 5. But unfortunately, like something like that's not going to be useful in Super Battle Road. This guy being able to triple super is very, very good. I do like that a lot. And again, he can do that in Imperfect Cell as well. Again, he seems pretty good. Certainly a little bit of a step up. So let's go ahead and go down to Perfect Cell, or I guess technically Cell Perfect Form. So he is going to, let me see here. All right, here we go. Let's move on. So this is just on the, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. Let me look here. So, okay, you can see his links change also. That's interesting. Raises attack and defense, causes immense damage. That's great. Oh, for 1 turn as well. Okay. Let's move on to the passive, then we'll figure it out. Attack and defense 250. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so just to clarify here, I was getting a little confused. Just to clarify, this is what you get. Let me see the active skill conditions. This is just like the 3rd form of Cell, right? This is the 3rd turn that he comes around, right? And then you can get this guy in active skill, right? So just to clarify there. So this would technically be like turn 5 if Cell was on rotation, right? Cell Gets Serious is the name of the passive. Attack and defense 250%, so a pretty big step up right there. So this guy is going to be very, very powerful. So again, this is minimum turn 5, right? Plus an additional attack and defense 50% when performing a super, chance of performing a crit, and a chance of evading enemy's attack plus 35%, and an additional attack and defense 50% when facing only one enemy. High chance of launching an additional super attack when HP is 50% or more. You can see his links change right here. He gets Gentleman, Attack of the Clones, and Ultimate Life Form. Okay. I mean, whatever. That's typical perfect Cell links, right? And yeah, that's it. And then he actually does have an active skill, and it's a Rage mode, right? The Rage mode is pretty good, right? Rage modes are just always like free damage. They're not really too negative. So this is the Rage mode of Cell. We've all seen the super attacks and such. He's basically just key 2 and then guaranteed crits, right? That's very good, right? The fact that he gives himself 2 key is really good because the Rage mode doesn't link with itself. So there is Cell. My overall impression of Cell is once he gets into Cell perfect form, he's very, very good. And I actually think that the other 2 Cells, the first form and second form Cell, they are going to perform very well in Super Battle Road. And then when he gets to this guy, you know, considering he's going to have 250% attack and defense, and then more attack and defense, and then more attack and defense, and he's got the chance to crit and evade, this guy, I think, is going to be a slot 1 unit. We'll see how it plays. Again, he is I didn't clarify here. He is Extreme AGL. That's pretty good. So his stats, I think he gets a little bit more. Does AGL, do they give more to defense, I think, right? It's either defense or HP. I think this guy's going to be very, very strong defensively, right? That's my guess. We'll see how it plays out, right? So that is Cell, right? I think my overall impression is he's going to be very good. Shocker, right? So let's go ahead and move on to this banner unit, which on first look, I'm not a huge fan of. 16 and 18 is certainly an interesting combo of units. Extreme Fizz. So this is androids 16 and 18. They're an androids category leader, although you're probably not running them for their leader skill. Although we're getting enough categories and we're getting enough leaders now where maybe if you're running Battlefield, maybe you can start running like double category leads and stuff like that. Where's the passive? Here we go. All right, so passive skill. Battle between good and evil. Attack 160, defense 180. That's good. Raises attack and defense by up to 100%. More HP, the greater the defense. And then here comes the shenanigans, right? Medium chance of being super effective against all types when there's a super class ally in the same turn. Medium chance of guarding all attacks when there's another extreme class ally attacking in the same turn. All allies attack 34%, defense 16% when there's a superclass enemy. All allies attack 18% and defense 34% when there's an extreme class enemy. Basically has a lot of like, these are like the Android 16 links from what I can tell. Only on 4 categories. Will fit in on the 200% leader skills. There's something to keep in mind there. I don't know, man. They seem mid to me. We'll see how they play out. They do greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. I hate these. This reminds me of like Boo Kid Bobbity from the Hero Celebration, where like you don't have this guaranteed support, and they're not providing key support, which is annoying, right? Especially so they are a shocking speed unit, and then Android Assault. Androids frequently do not have trouble super attacking. They definitely don't have struggles for key. But just like other units do on the Android Cell Saga. So I don't know. I would have preferred if they provided key support as well. And then all the medium chances to be effective against all types. Like just give them if they're up against superclass, just make them attacks effective against all type. And if they're up against extreme class, just make them guard. Why medium chance, dude? That's trash, dude. I don't like it at all. I'm not real eager about pulling them. We'll see. We'll see how they play. I mean, it's tough. You can say all these things about these units. Ultimately, it comes down to how are they going to perform, right? Like, how are they going to perform? So, Super Saiyan Vegeta is Super AGL. Okay. So, he's a super class unit. There we go. Mastered Evolution category, Key 3, 130 to stats. That's good. Dude, I'm telling you what. I've said this in a lot of my prior videos. Like, dog, Super Vegeta better be on this banner. He better be on this banner. I'm telling you what. So his passive skill is Boiling Rage. What does he do on Super? I didn't... raise attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage. Is that all he does on Super? Yes, that's it. Not a big fan of all of these super attack effects. At least Goku and Gohan have the chance to stun, but whatever. Passive skill, Boiling Rage. Attack and defense 100%. Oh boy. That's not very high start of turn. An additional attack and defense 100% when attacking. That's good. So even if it's not a super attack, they'll get that buff, right? Kind of like AGL Trunks. An additional key 3 and launches an additional attack with 3 or more key spheres obtained. That's good. That's good, right? So okay, I like that. I like that. That's going to guarantee a super attack if you can get 3 key spheres, even if they're not same type key spheres. Launches an additional attack for 4 turns from the start of turn. That's good too, so you can triple super. An additional attack and defense 100% starting from the turn in which the character performs the 5th attack. So after this guy performs 5 attacks, he gets an additional attack and defense 100%. Okay. And then attacks effective against all types, starting from the turn in which character performs the 10th attack in battle. Okay, so unless you're keeping this guy on rotation, you'll never see that. Battles are long, but if you're floating this guy, because he's not a support, so I guess you would want to keep him on rotation. This guy seems weird. Link's Super Saiyan Prodigy's Golden Warrior. A Vegeta with Golden Warrior. That's pretty rare. Fierce Battle, Royal Lineage, Saiyan Pride, Prepare for Battle. Are they trying to revive the Golden Warrior Link, huh? A lot of classic Vegeta Links, except for that Golden Warrior. You don't see that too much on Vegetas, right? He does have Royal Lineage and Saiyan Pride. Alright. I guess he'll probably link up pretty well with Super Vegeta, huh? Okay, well, I mean, these are the units, right? I mean, first-hand information. I apologize, this is a 22-minute video. I'll try and cut it down the best I can. But let me know what you think of these guys in the comments below. I like the Gohan a lot, and I like the Cell Perfect Form a lot, right? So that is good. These banner units, dude, I'm not real crazy about. We'll see how they play. I'm not crazy about them. Let me know what you think of these guys in the comments below. Slap a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you are new. I love all of you. Thank you for the support. It means the world. And I will catch you in the next one. Later.